Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have audio for this? I hope so. Maybe. Thanks. Thank you. Um, Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it is time for the NIN edition of Welcome to My World. This is the 6th of May, which is a Friday. So happy Friday, everybody. And happy Mother's Day on Sunday to all of the mothers. And I think we could probably include, I think there's some Mr. Moms in our chat also. But anyway, let's see. This morning, I somebody put a really funny uh, thing about how the market was singing untradeable to them. This is a little bit that way from time to time. One of the things on the indices, I really find the 30-minute charts very helpful because when you find you're having difficulty finding entries, one of the suggestions I have is to watch your market analyzer for one thing, to make sure you're thinking in the same direction everything is going, and then pay very close attention to the top and the bottom of the hour. When these things turn around or change or develop some momentum, very often you will find it is at the top and the bottom of the hour. And in Q, that was certainly the case. It looks like almost every 30 minutes it was going the other way. So, crude oil has recovered a little bit from yesterday. This boost that it seems to be getting is a little bit of this is coming from this fire fiasco in Canada. They've got a lot of production shut down in Alberta, and the futures markets respond to that to a certain degree. They haven't lost any of that production. They've just got it shut down until they get this fire under control. So hopefully they will not have it suffer any permanent losses. Right now, what's happening is it's taking some of their production offline, so their projections have been really undercut for their production. If you watch Brent along with crude oil, Brent went right up to a pretty significant number, just under 46 this morning, and that happened right at 11:30, and it looks like it might be inclined to back off a little bit. When you see this kind on the 30-minute charts, when you see this has been, let's see, here's 2 hours, then there was a 30 minutes, it just kind of hung around in here, then it took off. But this kind of a doji up here, I hope you're not, the ninja lady comes into my ears, and I hope she's not coming through the mic. Anyway, when you see this kind of a doji up here like this after a big push up, this is telling you that it may be running out of some steam here. So watch this for an entry going down, and right now I don't see one that's particularly attractive. But if it continues into the close, it will likely go on up to one of these big major magnets because it's had a big move today. So I would be looking for this to head in the direction of up here around 45.70 at this big magnet. The other thing that I find very helpful are these range channels or range boxes, or this is the expected range. I find the lower study on that indicator a little difficult for me, but I really like these boxes on a 10-minute chart because it gives you a very good idea of where you are within the hour, and also some markets, crude oil in particular, that bus driver knows where the tops and bottoms of these expected range boxes are and will very, very often go straight to them and turn around. So just a little tip that crossed my mind. The indices are showing no signs of taking a real direction, and bonds for the last about the last 3 hours has been just kind of fiddling around. It went the news this morning that non-farm payroll and a couple of the others, I'm amazed that those look a little more in line with reality to me. And the FOMAC is indicating that they may hold off on an interest rate hike. I mean, that just is amazing news, right? They're not about to hike those interest rates and throw this economy into any further of a decline than it's been in for quite some time, especially not right now. So we have the VIX is trading right now about 17 3/4. I'm sorry, 15 3/4. 15 3/4. So it's come down a little bit. It was up around 16, I think, either earlier this morning or yesterday. I just glance at that, maybe a couple times a day, kind of get a feel for how much fear is in the market. So there have been some, if you have just come in because maybe your time zone, maybe you had to take off this morning, maybe your time zone is, this is early for you and it's about noon Eastern. But this morning in this chat, I would really encourage you to either scroll back through this or you can recapture the full chat off of Hotcom, because there have been some really good tips in here. Very, very good tips. And then I guess everybody got the message that you needed to download the new toolkit. There was a minor bug in that thing. It was about to drive us all nuts, but it was fixed. Sometimes that happens when the Apex is trying to do so much. You have no idea how hard these folks are working in the programming department, because this is going to be so cool. It's just a real bear to get some of this stuff programmed. But my goodness, if you think Apex is pretty good now, just stand by, because it's going to really, I just can't wait. Hopefully towards the end of the year, maybe the first of next year, but we're going to be a bunch of happy campers, I do believe. Somebody was asking in the chat also how you figure out, NinjaTrader is a little bit new to them, and how you figure out, if you go to the control panel, and I'll show you here on my control panel, and go to help and click on this help right here, it takes you to the place, Ninja has a whole bunch of um, just real short, helpful videos. I mean, that I don't think any of them are. They're 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them are 2 minutes. But it is to show you, and you can look on their menu and pull up just a video if you want to know, for instance, how to use the dome or how to use the chart trader or any of that, any little things that are on there. Uh, by all means, look at those because they're the ones that can help you the most with that. For the strategies of how we use NinjaTrader and how we have these charts set up and where these entries are and where these trades are, then that's best found on the Apex website. And the other thing, somebody was asking about something about some of the indicators were a little new to them. On the Apex website, there is a section in that forum and a short little 3 to 5 minute video on every single Apex indicator. And sometimes it's real helpful, even if you've been using it for a while, to go back and look at those. The 1 or 2 or 3 that you use the most, because in those, Daryl gives you some really good tips for the best practice on using some of them. So anyway, next week, we don't have a heck of a lot of news, economic numbers coming out, but we do on Friday have a week from today, next Friday, is the third Friday of the month, so that will be options expiration, and that's not Nadex options, that's straight up options. But when those things expire and there's a lot of movement from Wednesday, Thursday or so, people, and especially the big boys that use those things for hedging, there's a lot of movement in the underlying stocks within, particularly NQ and TF and ES. YM doesn't affect so much. It's only 30 stocks in that, but it's a good idea to have the third Friday of every month circled on your calendar so you're aware. In the afternoon, going into the close that day, that can be a pretty good trading time. But the first big news we have next week is going to come on Wednesday for the crude oil inventory. Monday and Tuesday is very light. If you trade the currencies, be sure you check what's happening in those currencies between about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and say 5 or 6 in the morning Eastern time, because that kind of sets up your morning here. So with that, that's about all I can think of right now. I hope everybody has had a real successful week and closing out. This is closing out the first week of May, so we have 3 more full trading weeks in May. Be sure you keep your business plans up to date every week so you know what you're looking at for the next week, and you've got your goals and your game plan all set out for what you're going to trade, how many ticks you're looking for, and what your markets are. Because really and truly, the sky's the limit with this, but you have to back it back down into what do you have to do to get where you want to go. And that's really pretty cut and dry. There was a lot of chat in the chat room too about people who come to this and it's a little bit new. Somebody said, this isn't quite as easy as what I thought. This, this is very simple, really and truly. It's very simple. But easy is a whole other thing. Easy, not so much. We do a lot of kissing in here to keep it simple, and we do a lot of peeing in here to get picky with those trades, picky about those entries, and then have the patience to either wait for your trade or the patience once you're in a trade, patience to develop that trade. And then you really have to think that's about the only way you're going to get paid. So being profitable is, that's the bottom line. So yes, Craig's word for today is patience. Yes, Craig, that's a very good word. Um, I got in a trade and got out of it too soon because I didn't have enough patience. That's something I think we all struggle with, that patience. But it comes with time. So anyway, hope everybody has a wonderful and a safe weekend. Happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you all back here on Monday. So this has been my view from my world in Apex Land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you Monday. Thanks.